Hello captains, this is Kent again and welcome to the flight show. So today we are doing a flight in my Pilot's Life series. We have a United flight from London Heathrow all the way to Los Angeles. So this is kind of unique because of the fact that we're not flying to the East Coast but all the way to the West Coast, which is, a little bit over 3,000 miles more on that trip. So I thought this would be a nice, ride for the ER300 series. So let's just go ahead and get started. So one of the things I'm going to actually do is do this with ATC. So I just need to hit here. Move this to the side, out of the way. Move to moving map. And that's all ready. So we're going to go ahead, get in the cockpit, and kick off the events.
Hey Captain, how are you today?
Okay, so first thing we got to do in our flows is I need to turn on the battery. Cockpit lights not required at this moment. CD1 and C2 primary pump switches are off. Demand pump selectors are off. Wipers are off. Landing gear selector is down. And alternative flap selector is off. Bus tie switches on auto. Now the external power. So someone actually, oh, there it is. I am without speech. I'm going to give some credit where credit is due in a little bit, but right now let's just go to ground connections, and we have our, let's see here. Whoops, no, we want set, and we're going to press ground power. And there is that ground power, so that's fine. And what we're going to do is, since we're on a stand, not at the gate, we're going to just go ahead and say request boarding to use for GSX, because they got to go through the whole thing of the they have to go through the whole thing of, the pilots getting to the aircraft and all that. And I think that'll all work out in the overall time. So we'll go ahead and go to the doors. Disarm. And disarm, open, and then open the cargo bay doors. All right, everybody's doing their thing, and I can go ahead and turn on the primary ground power. And supposedly, if I hold this down, there we go. I got to give credit for the person who made that suggestion. I just have to look up the name, but we'll be back to that. Okay, just turn the sound down a little bit. And so now, let's see. On our flows, we external lights as required. They're not required. Now we got to go up here. Turn on the do. Status display, comm switches. Comm display push, rather. ATIS obtained. So let's go on and do our ATIS thing. And so set to, let's see, we should have 121 9, 7,
1, 7, 1, set.
I didn't say that, but you know what? It's okay. And let's see other requests. Not there. Let's get that weather at departure, which is here. All right, all the good stuff is coming on. Great. So we can go ahead and get our fuel.
Check.
Which is 195054. And then to our payload. And we will have a zero fuel weight of 461.278. Okay. Now that we've got that going on, we can get to our flight plan clear. And we are at Echo Golf Lima Lima. And let's get our GPS position. Excellent. All right, let's load our flight plan. So we will be doing EGLL to K Lima Alpha X-ray 1. And our flight is UAL flight number 935. Okay, everything going well so far. Now, we're going to need to get clearance in order to, know where we're going to be, what runway we're going to be taking off of and all of that good stuff. So, just a moment as I get my notes open. I'm using this new thing called the Remarkable 2, which is like a digital notepad, and I absolutely love it. Let me say that again. Love it, I say. I'll have to show how I use it with Flight Simulator sometime soon. Alright, my file, Flight Simulator, flight notes, here we go. Okay, so I can erase this. And now I have a template that's all I have to do is erase the old flight and put in the new flight information. And so for this is going to be from EGLL to LAX. Alright, so let's go ahead and see if we can do that. Hold on.
Clearance delivery, United 935 with the information request clearance.
Not there yet. Okay, let's see here. What I do love is the realism that you got to have things. Yeah, there we go. And our mic. So let's try it now.
Clearance delivery, United 935 with the information request clearance.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna get that. Be right back. Okay, I just had to get the ATIS frequency. I had the wrong one. That's the clearance frequency that I had, but I need to get ATIS first, and that's when I think it'll allow you to, do your thing. So let's try this again. We've changed.
Clearance delivery, United 935 with the information request clearance.
Nothing. Jiminy crickets. I'm gonna get this fixed. Because it's one... Oh, okay. I see the problem. I had the wrong frequency. So it's 121. And I see that sound issue is still there, and I apologize about that, because I thought it might be fixed with that update. but it's not. Let's see here. So you may or may not hear the ATC. I'm gonna have to have him say that again. So you may not have heard that, but basically they were saying that I do have clearance to LAX. I will be using the Star CPT-5J. I am clear to, let's see here, acknowledge.
Clear to KLAX CPT-5, Juliet, climb and maintain 5,000. Flight level 320 within 10 minutes after departure. Departure on 130.75. Squawk 4762. QNH 1028.
United 935. Read that correct. Contact ground control on 121 November.
Okay, so I kind of missed a little of that, so just let me see here. If I can just request... No, I just want to see confirm instruction... Flight plan information. That's what I want. There we go. So I missed a little of that, but I was right. I wrote down 5,000 feet, and we should expect flight level...
United 935. Did you copy?
Oh, I forgot to turn it. Yes.
Roger, 121. Decimal 7, 935.
Okay, so our squawk is 4762, and our departure frequency 121.7. And that sound, as you can see, it's loud some places, and then it, gets low. And we're taking off of 09 right, by the way. Okay. And we even have our star for our arrival. But we'll worry about that a little bit later. We'll worry about that just a bit later. I'm going to push the time ahead a little bit because I'm going to get through a bit of this faster.
I'm out for the walk around.
Okay, you go handle that while I finish up this. Okay. So now, as I said, we're going to be taking off on 09 right. And our departure is going to be Charlie Papa Tango 5 Juliet. I thought it was Tango, but it's Juliet, so that's fine. Okay. And I gather we can just go ahead, since we have a moment, to do our arrival. It could change, but, ProATC is pretty reliable in keeping what it says it's going to be. So we would be arriving on ILS 6 right. And our star is going to be Mike Delta November Yankee Tango. And that's, there we go. And our transition should be, let's take a look. I'm trying to find it on my sheet. Hackman, I believe that's the abbreviation, or how you would pronounce it, essentially. Okay, so we got that. Activate. Boom. Let's just take a look. Everything. That's our legs. everything looks good. And no discontinuity. So it's a vectors approach at the end, so that's fine. Okay, so we can go ahead and get our zero fuel weight, and we're going to say we want 5,000 pounds in reserve, and our cruising altitude is going to be 32,000. Yes. Nice thing about PMDGs, you can put in the flight level, it'll do that just fine. And we calculated this at a fuel cost of 40. We'll do a D-rated takeoff. Our center of gravity. And I'm going to do a flaps 15 takeoff because we are going to be pretty heavy with fuel. And see, even this is a little high, so I can imagine, well, let's just show you what it would have been if I had done 5. That's 180 knots. Yeah, we're going to do 15. Because I don't want to just take off at the absolute end of the runway. So let's get those set in, and they are.
Delta 3-1. Request startup and pushback.
Delta 3-1. Startup and pushback approved.
Approved. Delta 3-1.
Okay, buses are doing their thing. And I'm again going to move this forward just a little bit so we can get, we're also going to be use the past experience, and so I want to set the time for boarding equivalent.
I'm back from the walk around. Everything looks good.
Excellent. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and get this started. And time until takeoff, we got 29 minutes. So I'm going to give us a little leeway. And we're going to say 35. If we're a little early, then even better. Because I haven't really worked out a science as to exactly anticipate the loading.
Runway 09 left.
Via Foxtrot Alpha to runway 09 left. Delta 3-1.
Okay, so here they come.
Go
And
ahead.
they're getting on the plane. Great. Look at them go. Okay, clearly there's an issue here, but we'll ignore that and keep it
Go
pushing.
ahead.
Engine anti-ice auto.
All right.
Strike phase.
All right. So let's see. They're going through that. Let me get through my flows. EFIS panel. Set. Let's get our. Let me see if I can get him to do this. Set heading 090. I didn't think so because he's busy. So that comes later. But I heard him like do a command earlier, so I don't know necessarily when he's going to do that and when he's not. Okay. And then we're going to do the altitude. We're starting off at 5,000.
United 935, squawk 4762.
Oh yeah, I got to do that.
Squawk 4760, United 935.
Okay, get down here to squawk 4762. Okay, that should do it. Right? Okay.
Go ahead.
Who's talking to me?
TCAS test pass.
Selection 43 base.
Let's see. All right. So now, really, I've gotten a lot of my stuff done. I do need to do my, oh yes, I can do that. I'm going to do my, let me move this over so it's in view. do my oxygen test because that's in there. All right, that's good. But I can go ahead and set my EFB. So, let's see. I don't think I need to do a data load because I haven't added any new airports. So that's good. And so now terminal charts. Load from the FMS. Complete. Edit clip. And we are going to be doing what did we say? Yeah, the CPT. So let's just find that. CPT 5J. Yeah, that's it. Yes, great. So we got that. And we can do the arrival later. Do I need to do a route setup? I don't think so. Yeah, we're good.
Vacate right and today from the Victor, parking stand 5. Victor stand 5, 448.
Yeah, we got that. Boom. Excellent. All right. So what I will do now is put this in my Aerosoft EFB, and I guess I'll just take you with me as I do that. And let you see what I see. So let me put this here. I do enjoy using this. I know Aerosoft has their version. I do like this. I started with this first, so I just kind of roll with it. So we're taking off on 09 left.
Speedbird 1325.
Oh no, I'm sorry, 09 right.
Runway. Request taxi to parking.
I thought they said left.
1325, taxi via
Go ahead.
position
Sorry.
640.
Let me just make sure I put that in properly.
Speedbird 1325.
Sorry. Go to departure. What did I say? 09 right. Okay, I did it right. Okay, so the one that I did in EFB.
935, squawk 4762.
You know, I did put that in 4762. Yeah. Bam. Maybe I need to put it there. I don't know. And now I can bring it down to standby. Okay. So where was I? Yeah. Waiting to close door. Oh, you're done? Even better. So, I know that these things are not designed to work with each other.
Did you read?
Yes.
Squawk 4716, 935.
And so we'll just say close all, because they got all of that done. And I know that does not align up with PAX. It's not designed to work with PAX. So we'll just let that roll. And as soon as PAX is done, then we'll start. But in the meantime, let's get back to what I was going to show you. Okay, so we're going to take off on 09 right, and we are doing Charlie Papa Tango 5 Juliet set, and so now you see the route right there that we will be departing, so we'll be making a right-hand turn. Alright, so we can take that.
Go ahead.
And I guess I can go ahead and... Dude, I ain't talking to you! Alright, so I can go ahead and do the arrival. Here, at least, since we have the moment. We will be arriving on, unless there are any changes, 06 right. And we'll do an ILS approach, and our star will be Monty, or MDT, and it's either a D or an O. Let's see. Let's get down here to M. Yeah, it's a D, so it's not Monty, it's midnight. That's cute. All right, and what did we say our transition was? It's Hackman. Okay, so this is what we'll anticipate coming into the north of LAX, coming out over the ocean, and then coming back around to Otis. Okay, good. So I got that up there. And all right, I'm gonna bring you. Let me take a look here.
Set.
And I hate to bug the flight attendants.
Boarding now?
Yes. Okay. Yes.
Thanks.
Again, you've got PAX, GSX, and the FS2 crew, not designed to work with each other, so just don't mind that. Okay, so I need to ask them, because this will tell me how, expected departure is 27 minutes, but if I ask them what their status is, they'll tell me. So let's go here. Expedite, no, request, no, flight attendant request, no. I want to know, what's our status? Where's the status? Totally messed this up. Type. Oh, there we go. Board right in front of my face.
We're still boarding. Let us know if you need anything.
18 minutes left, so we're good to go. All right, I'll bring you back in a few minutes.
You have trouble finding a location for any of these items. Flight attendant call button. Over. If you don't have this tool, after you carry on.
Stand by. Stand by.
As a courtesy to other passengers. Once all your items are put away, please clear the aisle to allow other passengers to find their seats as well. If you are seated in an emergency exit row, please leave the exit seating responsibility.
Ground, Air Canada A61. Request startup and push
Please
back.
ensure you are willing and able to perform actions required.
Pushback
If you are not able or prefer not to
Approved, Air
perform these
Canada
actions, please
A61.
let a flight attendant know so you can be reseated. You are free to use your portable electronic devices during the boarding process. We ask that larger electronic devices are stowed once you depart from the gate. Thank you and welcome aboard.
Okay, so you heard that. We're almost ready to get out of here. So I'm writing down some information for my pre-flight checklist. Let me see here. Our heading is 360, and our altimeters. Altimeters is 2992. Because I always forget to look at that right before I go through those checks. He's going through the pre-flight flow. I guess I should move this over so you can see where we are. There we go. And I can go ahead and put in our speeds. Takeoff is 158, 163, and 170. Okay.
I am ready for the checklist.
Okay. Pre-flight checklist. Pre-flight checklist. Let's start again.
Okay.
Pre-flight checklist.
Caps at the parking brake first, please.
Thank you. Pre-flight checklist, please.
Pre-flight checklist. Oxygen.
Tested 100%.
Tested 100%. Flight instruments.
Heading 360. Altimeters 2992.
Heading 360. Altimeter 2992. Parking brake.
Set.
Fuel control switches.
Cutoff.
Pre-flight checklist complete.
Excellent. Okay, we're going to move things ahead a little bit here. But not so much because I realized that we're... What do they have to say? 10 minutes left. Okay, so I have it at 11, so that's actually fine. So I'll bring you back in a few minutes. Okay, so... Whoops, wrong particular thing I was supposed to open. Yeah, so the PAX experience is saying we're about a minute left, so we should be hearing an announcement any second now, so we'll get this ball rolling.
We are ready to go when
Okay, that was really faint, but okay.
Hi guys, here's the load sheet for you. Have a safe flight.
Thanks. Before start procedure.
Alright guys, everyone's seated. We're all buttoned up and ready to go in the back.
Thanks. Thanks.
If you need anything, just let me know.
Before start procedure. Let's start again. Before start procedure. Alright, turn on the APU. I do not know what the deal is. Why are you not listening?
Are we cleared to pressurize?
Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead.
Can we pressurize the hydraulics?
Roger, you are clear to pressurize the hydraulics.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, bring this over here. While they're doing that, he's bringing up the hydraulics. Bring this over here. And our config is 15. Full thrust, anti-ice not required. SID concerns none. And we are definitely on the stand.
I am ready for the checklist.
Okay. Before we do that,
Ready for the departure brief?
Go ahead.
All right, we're at a remote stand. The taxi route out to the departure runway will be as assigned by ATC. This airport does not use ground radar. We will use full thrust for takeoff. For the takeoff config, we'll use flaps 15. Packs will be on. Anti-ice is not required. No noise abatement departure procedure is required. Thrust reduction altitude is 1,000 feet. Acceleration altitude is 1,000 feet. Departure routing will be by the ATC assigned SID. As for concerns, there are no special factors for this departure. I'll be the pilot flying today. During the takeoff rule, you call any malfunction or warning and silence the oral warning. I'll call stop or go. I'll reject the takeoff or any warning condition that significantly affects the safety of the flight. Before 80 knots, I'll reject the takeoff for any of the following. Takeoff config warning, system failures, activation of the master caution system, tire failure, unusual noise or vibration, abnormally slow acceleration if the side window opens, fire or fire warning, engine failure, predictive wind shear warning if the airplane is unsafe or unable to fly. Between 80 knots and V1, I'll reject for a fire or fire warning, and engine failure, or if the airplane is unsafe or unable to fly. After V1, takeoff will be continued, and no action will be taken before 400 feet, other than to apply toga and to silence the oral warnings. Any questions?
No questions.
Departure briefing complete.
okay. Before start checklist.
Before start checklist. Flight deck door closed and locked. Passenger signs on. MCP.
Let's see. Try to avoid not being on that. Okay. V2 170. Heading 360. Set and check.
Takeoff speeds.
V1 158. VR 163. V2 170. Set and check.
CDU pre-flight.
Completed. Complete.
Completed. Trim.
5.2 units 0 and 0.
Taxi and takeoff briefing.
Complete.
Beacon on. Before start checklist complete.
Excellent. All right. We knocked that out. So now we can go to clearance. Okay. Startup and pushback is approved. I don't know if you could hear that, but you know, I got to work on this sound. Pushback sequence. And we're going to ask to be facing west. Okay. Now what we do need to do is this. I forgot. There we go. Now it says APU on, but I'm not getting that. I'm not getting that reading on my display. So let's just go to electrical. Fuel, hydraulic, electrical. Yeah, not as of yet. Oh wait, just saw it. Excellent. So we can go off of that, and then which disconnects everything. Now we can say okay, so it turns out that Ultimate Ground Crew does not have a thing in this location, so we're just going to keep it moving. See, I don't play around. We just keep it moving. Start sequence is 2, then 1.
Check.
I knew you were going to walk into the house. You can't even see it. We want nose right, tail left. No, we want nose left. We're releasing parking brakes. I know you can't hear that. Sound's an issue. Start engine 2.
Starting 2. Oil pressure.
My dog Boucher. Perfect timing, Boucher. You want to play? Let me get this plane in the air. Don't mind him. I know Boucher. Start engine 1.
Starting 1. Oil pressure.
Brakes are set. Flaps 15.
Flaps 15.
Controls check. Check flight controls. Full left. Full right. Neutral. Full back. Full forward. Rudders full left. Full right. All right. Confirmed good start. I know, Boucher, I'm coming. Flight controls check. I was just saying if it would do it. Flight controls check. Before taxi checklist.
Before taxi checklist. Anti-ice. Auto. Recall. Checked. Auto brake. RTO. Flight controls.
Check.
Ground equipment.
Clear.
Before taxi checklist complete.
Boucher. Sit. Get this plane in the air, and then we'll be outside. He's a lovable little guy. He's a Beagle Shepherd mix. Love him to death. All right, as soon as these guys are out of the way, we're going to do this. All right, there they go. Clear left.
Clear right.
Oh, wait. I forgot. Hold on.
Cabin is ready. Cabin crew, take your seats.
Okay, we've just gotten our clearance to taxi. It'd be better if I could hear them, but my gosh, that sound is so soft. Want to say hello to a couple of my friends out there, like Adam Pestridge. No, we haven't chatted in a while. Miss you guys, of course. And I wanted to say thank you to Filthy Wings, who gave me the suggestion about, I'd always complained about how is it that I can turn on the ground power if the power doesn't come on until I turn on the APU. And he was saying if you hold down the menu button, it eventually will come on. And I totally overlooked that. So thanks for that suggestion. I gather it worked. I know, Boucher. I just want to get this off the ground. You want to play or you want to get outside? Okay, I think you want to get outside. Luckily, we're going to be going in just a second. Okay. Poor little guy. Before takeoff checklist.
Before takeoff checklist. Flaps.
Flaps 15.
Before takeoff checklist complete.
Okay, they just told me to switch to tower if you cannot hear it or see it. Okay, so they just told me to line up and wait. Runway entry procedure.
Check. Clear on the approach. Check.
I'm glad you're having getting up on me, Boucher. You know you're on my recording now, right? Clear for takeoff. Takeoff.
Heading 225. Set. Check. Thrust set. Knots. Rotate.
Woo! That was close.
Positive climb.
Gear up. Flaps 5.
Speed check, flaps 5. Climb.
Alright, so they're saying flight level 60, so we got to bring this up to 60.
Check. Check.
Flaps up.
Speed check, flaps up.
Autopilot on.
Autopilot.
After takeoff checklist.
After takeoff checklist. Landing gear. Up. Flaps. Up. After takeoff checklist complete. Check. (1,000 feet to level off).
Okay, they're saying turn to a heaven of 270 and maintain present altitude. So let's put this on 270. Just do what they say. So we've jumped ahead a little bit. I had to pause it for a little bit, and then I forgot when I started to fly again to unpause. So we've been given clearance to 28,000 feet. We are now above 10,000, so we're at 1,300 going to 13.2. So everything's going fine on our departure, and we're just basically getting up to altitude. Uh-oh. I think they just told me to go somewhere.
Check.
Yeah. So the views, absolutely stunning. All right, I'll bring you back when we get a little further along in the flight. Okay, so we are here now at cruising altitude. We've been flying for a while. We're at 32,000 feet, and we're actually over Greenland. So we're looking good. In fact, we're passing the Bravo Golf Bravo Whiskey right over the lower end of the continent. Well, it's not really a continent; it's a giant island, part of North American continent, I guess. Yeah, because it broke off from Canada. So yeah, nevertheless, we have some pilot response error here that I need to clear out. I don't even know how, to be honest, but I'll figure that out. But everything seems to be going good. We're let's take a look at our systems. Total fuel, we're good. Oh yeah, and I had to copy. You can barely hear it because we had to go to another frequency. Now there are other radios talking, though it's hard to hear. Should be able to copy now. Okay, so we are happily on our way. Okay, that's our fuel waypoint. Let's get a couple of visuals. You can see the mountains coming out of the cloud line down there. A couple of peaks out of the clouds. But we are continuing on and we are doing our thing. And while we're at it, let's check on our passengers. %93 satisfaction. Everybody's chilling. Got a couple of somewhats, but you can't make everybody happy. But we try our best. All right. Okay, I'll be back with you a little later. Okay, so we are approaching our top of descent coming in from Heathrow to LAX. So thought I'd be take you through our preparations. So right now we'll have a VREF of 137. So we'll put in a 137 plus 5. Alright, so this will be 142. There we go. And let's just go a page back. I think at vectors, yeah, that's fine. 210 is fine. Okay, so we're good there. And we need to be preparing our brief. So it will, any type, will be getting vectors. ILS. 200, runway drive, brakes level 3.
Are you ready for the approach brief?
Okay.
Okay, we'll be routing via ATC vectors. Notice for the approach, we can expect the ILS CAT 2. And the decision altitude for this approach is 200 feet. For the landing config, we'll use flaps 30. The landing runway condition is dry. Auto brake, we'll use level 3. After landing, please leave the APU off. This airport does not use ground radar, so turn the transponder off when we vacate the runway. And it looks like we'll be routing the gate today. The taxi routing will be as assigned by ATC. As for concerns, there are no special factors for this arrival. Any questions?
No questions.
Approach briefing complete.
Okay, so we've got that out of the way. Let's see here. I should have had that done. But okay. So we're looking good. And we're going to want our altitude to be at... Well, we'll be getting vectors from ATC, so not going to say anything just yet. But what I may do is have, initiate or have a request for, descent. But I'll bring you back in a little bit. Okay, so we are now near top of descent, so we're going to request descent. If I could hear them. Okay. Can't hear bloody anything. Descend flight level. Set flight level 250. Oop. Set flight level 250.
Flight level 250 set.
Descent checklist. Descent checklist. Descent checklist. Let's start again.
Okay.
Descent checklist.
Stand by.
Another glitch I'm beginning to notice.
Descent checklist. Recall. Check. Notes. Check.
Check.
Auto brake level 3. Landing data.
VREF.
Check.
VREF 137. Minimums 200 feet. VREF 137. Minimums 200 feet.
VREF 137. Minimums 200 feet. Approach briefing.
Completed.
Descent checklist complete.
Now I know it says that we have insufficient fuel. I had done the calculations in PFBX, but they do not have the proper profile for the ER300 just yet, or at least I don't believe they do. So I'm just going to have to throw some extra fuel in there if we're going to get too low, and I'll get that corrected. Come on, PFBX, I need you to work with me here. Select altitude, intervene. Okay, so we have now started our descent. At Glenson, we should be between flight level 320 and 270, which
Check.
we will be.
Check.
What'd they tell me?
Set. Check.
Be glad when that sound gets worked out. So we seem to be coming down at a good rate. We are on our calculated descent rate, so that's good. Set flight level 150. Select altitude, intervene.
Flight level 152. Set.
Set flight level 150.
Are you sure?
Yes, but you know what? I'll do it my darn self.
Check.
Just in the interest of time. Okay, so we got that. Alright. Confirm the handoff.
Check.
So we should be on the ground in 19 minutes. It's been a long flight. Let's see how our passengers are. 84%. They're not too... No, we're about 20 minutes behind schedule, but they're still generally happy.
Traffic.
Okay, we're changing to 126.35.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Check.
It seems I have to step out of the simulation so I can hear the radio message. Alright, at Tola, we should be between flight level 170 and flight level 140.
Check.
And looks like we should be okay for that. Oh, 127. Set flight level 110.
Flight level 110 set.
Select altitude, intervene. Select altitude, intervene. Oh, he did already. Okay. Okay.
Check.
Transition level altimeters reset 3006.
Two, 992 set.
Yeah, he totally messed that up.
Check.
Approach checklist
Altimeters.
3006 set.
3006. Approach checklist complete.
Okay, I'm going to bring you back when we get a little bit closer. Okay, we are at almost 10,000 feet. We're descending to 10,000 feet. I'm expecting that they're going to give us another Doyers. Because at this particular waypoint, we have to be above 10,000, at or above.
Check.
Set flight level 80.
Flight level 80. Set.
Select altitude, intervene.
10,000 feet.
All right, let's give her some drag.
Cabin crew prepare for landing.
And now the good part.
Check.
Now,
Check.
LAX taxes my CPU and video card, even with the updated version. But I decided to give them the ghost and reduce the autogen buildings and trees.
1,000 feet to level up.
And I think that that place is so busy that even at the normal level, it should be impressive. So
Check.
we'll see. Okay, then we'll hold here, and then we should expect a new altitude in just a moment. Set flight level 70.
Flight level 70. Set. Check.
Select altitude, intervene. Is 06 right?
Check.
Says insufficient fuel, but I believe we got this. What did it just think I told it to do?
Heading 6-2. Set.
I didn't say that. Set heading 252. Set heading 252. Since he's busy doing that, I'll just do the altitude because they just gave us a new altitude.
Heading 252. Set.
Select speed, intervene. Select speed, intervene. Doesn't seem. There we go.
Check.
Okay, so we are cleared. So as soon as we get out, such that we'll have a 120-degree heading to Otis. At the marker, we'll contact tower. I think the screen's frozen temporarily. There we go. We're out of it. Alright, let's go ahead and get our heading. There we go. Set speed 210.
Speed 210. Set.
Flaps 1.
Speed check, flaps 1. Feet to level off.
Set flight level 18.
Flight level 18. Set.
Select altitude intervene. Select altitude intervene. Alright, I'll do it. Set speed 180.
Speed 180. Set.
Flaps 5.
Speed check, flaps 5.
Arm localizer.
Localizer armed.
Set speed 142. Gear down.
Speed 142. Set. Gear down.
Flaps 15.
Speed check, flaps 15.
Arm approach.
Approach arm.
Flaps 20.
Speed check, flaps 20.
Flaps 25.
Speed check, flaps 25.
Flaps 30.
Speed check, flaps 30.
It's a little murky, but we can handle this.
Radio altimeter alive. Cabin crew, take your seats.
Absolutely beautiful.
Speed check, flaps 1.
Flaps 30.
Speed check, flaps 30.
I don't know where you got that from, buddy. Landing checklist.
Speed brake.
Armed.
Landing gear.
Down.
Flaps.
Flaps 30.
Landing checklist complete.
Yeah, there still looks like, even at this distance, it still looks like there's a lot of vegetation, so no worries. Okay, I'll be taking control in just a second.
Check. Feet, approach stable.
That's good. My aircraft.
Feet.
Loading a little graphics there, but that's alright.
Approaching minimums.
Terrain.
Minimums.
Continue.
30. 10.
Speed brakes up. Reverser's normal. $60 knots.
Manual braking.
Check.
Okay to clean up.
Check.
All right. We'll do 132. Actually, that's not the right size. I need to change that. So let's see here. Change parking service. We need 148. My bad. Turn on the APU. Turn on the APU. Okay. I'll do it. Do we have the APU? Yep. Shutdown checklist.
Check the hydraulic panel. Check the fuel pumps. Check the fuel control switches.
Indeed. All right. And we've knocked that off of our pilot's life list. So it was a long flight, but you stuck with me. I appreciate that. Knock out a couple of other things, but everything else should be automatic. Let's take a look. How did our passengers? 81%. We're only 7 minutes
I'm
late.
ready for the checklist.
And they're off. Okay, that's cool. Shutdown checklist.
Shutdown checklist. Hydraulic panel. Set. Fuel pumps. Off. Flaps. Up. Parking brake.
Set.
Fuel control switches.
Cut off.
Weather radar.
Off.
Off. Shutdown checklist complete.
All right. one did he go to? Yeah, that's what I thought. We've got a minute for things to happen, but at least we have done it. So I will wish you goodbye. Thank you for tuning in for this flight. Appreciate it. Thanks for the tips of making this a whole lot better. You know what I just realized? I think I said boarding when I meant deboarding no longer available. So let's reset. Oh, I hate it when that happens. I mean, I could have just let it go, but I am just so retentive, to put it mildly. Come back here. Where's my option? Bring it back. That's what you get when you have GSX with the same guy that made the airport. Well, anyway, totally messed that up. I appreciate y'all tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you in the virtual skies.